Just how I like it.
I think that's how you like a good too many things, in fact.
And to think that, like, these days Capcom brings sorrow, but once upon a time they made this. They made Resident Evil 4.
They did, once upon a time, bring us this beautiful, beautiful, bronzed Adonis of a video game.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Nick.
I'm Aaron.
And we're going to take you back to 1998.
Never forget it.
I think this game was released in 2005.
Soon after, the news
Well, yeah.
I didn't play it at the time. I didn't play it until 2 years later, until 2006. But when I finally did, there's a bit of a story behind that. I was playing, it was my first semester of college, and I was playing Silent Hill 3 non-stop. My roommate, Mike Morales, hi Mike, recommended Resident Evil 4 because he was sick of me playing Silent Hill 3. And then I fell in love with it and played this non-stop, and he didn't get sick of that, I hope. Sorry, Mike, if you're watching this, which you're not.
I leapt on this game the second that it hit the shops. And none of my friends at the time really gave a shit about Resident Evil. It was just one of those things that I would talk about a lot, and they were like, okay, Nick. And upon receiving Resident Evil 4 and playing through it, I think like a good 2-3 times is when I finally released it among my friends, let them play it. And for a brief shining moment, I was not a pariah. And it was wonderful.
And that was the only time, of course.
Yeah, it immediately went back to the status quo afterwards.
Responsibility of protecting the new president's family.
Cornel, why am I the one who always gets the short end of the stick? Yo.
I really wish that they had... And I just want to say that I do like the soundtrack to Resident Evil 4 a lot. It's really good. I just wish they had had more flamenco-inspired tracks. Not necessarily like this one, this sort of upbeat one.
Yeah.
Obviously that wouldn't work. But, you know, you can have downbeat kind of morose flamenco. And I think that could have worked really well.
Oh yeah, you get a good steel guitar strum across a little empty area or something. It's got it adds atmosphere.
Well, knowing Resident Evil, it probably wouldn't be steel. It would probably be catgut. And I never noticed this until just now, but that cut to black there was really awkward and didn't need to be there.
I'm sure it was something to do with the loading.
Maybe. I mean, this is all in-engine.
Mm-hmm.
This is all real-time, so they
And at the time,
need to.
blew me the fuck away. I remember, it was just the most beautiful thing. And it was on the GameCube, which everyone hated.
Well, it became cool to hate Nintendo around the 64 GameCube era. But, I mean, it still is, but, whatever. Yeah, this is the best looking game of its generation in terms of raw graphical prowess. I mean, you had like your Halos, your Killzones, but in terms of games that were trying to look realistic and all that stuff.
Was Killzone a thing then?
Yeah. Killzone was a PS2 game.
I don't recall anything of Killzone prior to us being yelled about Killzone 2 when the PS3 was dropping.
Yeah, there was a game once upon a time called Killzone for the PlayStation 2 video game entertainment system, available now. And it was pretty mediocre. It didn't score too well, but it had enough of a following that Sony eventually said, yeah, let's do another one for our new system. Maybe people will like it now.
Well, they pushed it super hard, I remember, and I had never heard of it before. So it's like, yeah, we're going to have Killzone 2. And I was like, oh?
Yeah, it was... I really only heard of the first one by accident. But why are we talking about Killzone? Let's talk about this.
Well, I mean, it hasn't started yet. So far, we're just talking to these yesses.
It's more or less started.
I mean, these very useful, wonderful characters that
Yeah, this is a squad-based game for those who didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
It's an RTS.
I don't think they'll buy that one.
Well, I mean, for the sole person who is watching this who hasn't played Resident Evil...
Let's not sell ourselves short. I'm sure we'll get, God, at least 6 people.
Aim for the stars.
Try to behave yourself, okay?
Whoever this group is, they sure picked the wrong girl to kidnap.
I'll try to find some more information on my end as well.
Good. Talk to you later.
Leon, you are so smooth.
He's smooth. Alright. Just, gotta adjust something real quickly here. There we go. Nice and proper.
Uh-huh.
Everything's as it should be.
Just playing around there?
Well, I mean, I was making sure.
You missed a bird.
I let him go.
Mercy.
Yeah, I looked at the bird and said, no.
Not today.
Not today. Not like
Leon
this.
Kennedy, friend to the animals. I think in many ways this is a game for the PETA crowd. Leon helps out a lot of animals.
Mm-hmm. There's a dog at a point.
Yeah. That dog, which he helps.
I mean, there's other dogs at a point that he helps out less. He euthanizes them.
That's helpful-ish.
Nothing more threatening than an old Spanish guy.
Oh, come on. This isn't Spain. It's a remote part of Europe.
Lárgate, cabrón.
So he basically just said, what the fuck are you doing here? Fuck off. I mean, my Spanish is slightly rusty, but...
I believe you. If either of us is qualified to speak on that, it is you.
Mm-hmm. And we will continue to assert me as the authority on everything Spanish. Traditional Spanish roundhouse kick, right there. In keeping with the area.
Well, Leon Kennedy did moonlight.
Traditional Spanish cowards driving away.
No, they're not. That's not what happened. They actually killed them with a truck. But as I was saying, Leon Kennedy did moonlight as a luchador. That's something they didn't really tell you about in Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, that was actually a secret. If you check back issues of Electronic Gaming Monthly, that was in the same vein as unlocking Akuma in Resident Evil 2.
One of the 3 people who watches this is actually going to look through the backlog of EGM
I hope they
and
do.
say, "Fuck you guys! That didn't happen, you idiots!"
I pray they fact check me. So very small home. I don't understand why the entire top half is boarded off like that.
It's like an observation deck, I guess.
So they seem to be taking shots to the face pretty well.
It's like they got stung by bees, almost.
Which I don't understand quite. I mean, they have a thing in them. Spoiler warning, by the way. For the small amount who haven't played, there's a thing. It's a plaga. It's a parasite, and it's in them.
If you complain about spoilers in Resident Evil 4, if you complain about spoilers in anything that came out more than a couple of years ago, you are an asshole.
There's a statute.
Yeah, there is a statute of limitations on that, and if it's, say, if you hypothetically get upset about King Kong dying and someone spoiled that for you, that movie is older. It's older than the internet.
It's old. So see, look at this animal friendliness displayed. I let a dog go.
I wonder if you can shoot the dog, but I never tried because it
I
felt
could never bring myself to try.
really mean.
Why would you do that?
It felt really mean.
Why would you think about that?
I didn't. I'm just curious. It's just something that popped into my head just now.
Aaron, why did you shoot a dog?
I've never shot a dog.
We really need to talk about your dog shooting.
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, it's nice that you didn't step on the bear traps like an idiot would.
I definitely did not do that in an earlier cut either.
That's good to know. It's good to know that we're dealing with a master here.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this is going to be a sterling no-death run of Resident Evil.
Of course. I would expect nothing less.
We have to hold it to a high standard.
From the mastermind who brought us Let's Watch Nyan Neko Sugar Girls, I would expect nothing but the highest quality.
Nothing but fireworks, yeah.
Just fail to stab someone. Oh,
No, nailed it. See?
You've made up for it.
I'm constantly surprising you.
Gonna demonstrate for the lovely children that you can't shoot them? Yep.
Yeah. And I definitely didn't think you could shoot them either.
Well, you've never really had any reason to assume that you couldn't.
So if you, look in here...
There's a man you can shoot.
Yeah, an extra special secret. It's another fun fact for you.
And...
Stay tuned for more of those.
Yeah, if you shoot him, you get, Nothing, you prick.
Nothing, oddly enough, even though the other, people before him dissolved into, goop.
It's selective about that. Certain people dissolve, certain people don't, and eventually everyone dissolves.
Mm-hmm.
The first time, I was like, oh, are the bodies just gonna stay here?
Just, gonna...
Oh my god.
No, hold on. I'm almost done.
What did I tell you before we started this?
I don't remember.
None of this shit.
No, look at that. Done.
That happens again, we're gonna have trouble.
I mean, you can trust me, I mean... Come on.
Aha.
Buddy. Pal.
I believe you.
Good.
Leon, how you holding up?
I don't believe you.
Sorry to hear that.
But we're getting a playing manual, though. Maybe it'll tell me not to get in the inventory while I'm on the air.
You're not gonna read it anyway.
Absolutely not. I don't think I read it at the time, even.
Nobody read it. No one ever reads the manual. They like to look at the pictures, but they never read it.
So, let's take a little look. Ooh.
That's not pretty.
Man, he bit it pretty bad.
I love how the person is just saying shit repeatedly in the background.
Yeah, I haven't been to Spain. I've been to Mexico. But, nothing I know of either culture really tells me that they just spend their time doing farm work and just cursing over and over.
In their defense, this village is a shithole.
No, I think I don't want to bother them. I'm just gonna go around. It's not great. Oh, never mind.
Pitchfork to the face, great way to start this off.
I wanted diplomacy. I was just gonna go around. I wasn't even gonna interrupt their farming.
They're what? What are they farming? Shit?
People, I guess.
He's on the roof. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've redeemed yourself by shooting off this bald man's hat.
Which is something I meant to do.
And kicking an entire village at once.
That roundhouse kick is particularly effective.
It is one of the most effective means of attacking in the game, if you can get it off.
I mean, I'm sure I could get a friend to do the math for me on how hard you would actually have to kick someone to liquefy their head in that manner.
I don't think they programmed that as well as they could have, but I'm glad they didn't.
It goes splash. Oh, it's fine.
Come on.
See, look at that. Heads popping all over the place.
It's Fist of the North Star shit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now that one I will forgive, because you needed to use the healing item.
Oh, what's going on here?
So you're summoning the good doctor with this cutscene, I believe. Now, you told me off camera that you don't actually have to make him appear, that this is completely optional, triggering this event.
It is actually, the very first time I played Resident Evil, I didn't know about this, or Resident Evil 4, I didn't know about this, and I didn't end up going in here, so the first time you see Dr. Salvador was the rather limp appearance where he's just standing outside of a building.
Yeah. Now, I was the opposite.
The shotgun.
I did not know that you could avoid that at all, so I just did it every time. I said, oh, there's a house, I should go in, maybe it'll be safe, and then it wasn't. And then it was worse.
Don't try and change your fate, kids. That's what you should take away from this.
Can you kick them through the house? Yes!
Absolutely I can. Some expert ammo conservation tips.
Use the knife as often as possible, because it's really strong.
Even in situations where you probably shouldn't use the knife, use the knife.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like he's coming for you.
Yeah.
Are you going to waste all of your shotgun ammo? I
maybe
would be willing to bet dollars to donuts that you're going to waste all of your shotgun ammo, even though you don't need to. Jesus. Conserve!
I'm showing them who's boss. It's fine.
You almost bit the big one there.
No,
you really almost died horribly. Twice, just then as well.
No, it's fine. Behold, the expert technique.
It's going off the oh. It's fine, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine.
Apparently.
You see how well I planned that?
Yeah, you planned that one.
I'm glad you agree.
Okay, now run into them and get killed. I guess you can just kick an entire crowd apart.
Yeah, you just run in Tatsumaki. And he left us a lovely little parting gift, too.
Well, that was nice of him.
He's just bogged down with bars of gold underneath his sack.
Now, the currency in this game is pesetas, correct?
Yeah, petas.
What are those worth? Like, what's the exchange rate?
Oh, Christ, I have no idea.
Ah, jeez. If only I had taken more economics classes. It looks like you're getting your ass kicked.
Yeah, I'm going to go over here.
To boldly flee.
No, reposition.
Tactical retreat. Is that what we're going with?
And oh, what's in here?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
I'm the best at Resident Evil.
Christmas came early.
Yeah, got a little health boost. That's really all I want for Christmas. Is some more HP.
Not a PSP?
Mm-mm. I have one.
Oh. How many games do you have for it?
So I always thought it was weird that when you shoot them in the head, they make a sort of a goat noise. You been noticing that?
But yeah. Oh.
Dynamic finish.
Yeah, that was. I assume they're all just gonna flee now.
Oh no, they were raring to go for more, but it's church time. I probably shouldn't have picked Sunday to invade their village.
I think that worked out in your favor, considering... No offense, but you were kind of getting your ass kicked.
It was fine.
I don't know, you were kind of getting shit on.
No. I mean, if you look at the ratio of how many people I killed, you know, I come out on top.
Point. But the end goal was to survive the encounter, and I think had they all stayed to kick your ass, it would have happened.
The end goal was to get to this title sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Though, really, I don't quite know how Resident, fits in this context.
Something's happened to the people here.
Leon,
Resident Evil, obviously the first one, you're in a mansion, so it's a residence. And then since they just sort of stray more and more from it each time. So let's just have a little look around the village.
Biohazard was a name that made more sense.
Yeah, and I don't understand why Biohazard was a thing that didn't, come over.
No, don't mess with that. You don't need to. Well, at least you're not wasting ammo on the locks.
Oh, no. You only ever shoot one lock in the game.
And I know the one you're talking about. And if you don't shoot that lock...
Yeah, it's the one where there's a giant robot. It is. I mean, I'm not...
I want to know... No, I know, it is a giant robot. I just want to... I want to hear the reaction of the maybe one person who doesn't know anything about this game and is just saying, oh, come on, that's just silliness. There's no giant robot.
Giant robots in Resident Evil. Pish posh.
Not in a game with rich canon like this. No, don't check the portraits. They don't fall here. None of them fall.
No, he's a sinister-looking fellow, and I was just illustrating.
No, you were looking for treasure. You're not going to find it there.
No. Why would I look for treasure? I mean, all these people have is ammo.
That's a game I'm going to play with myself now, let's count how many times Nick fails to find a treasure. Is he gonna get it?
Well, no, don't do that. Don't play that game.
Why? Because you're gonna be sad when I count off all the times you missed the treasure and completely failed?
That's exactly the reason why you shouldn't do it. Like, dead on.
Well, I'm gonna have fun with it. I think that's a good game for me to play.
I thought this tower's a little sparse.
It's got some shotgun ammo. It's fine.
But I mean, that's all it has.
Yeah. It's a lookout tower, and they just thought, oh, well, we'll just give the sniper some shells. Can you imagine how much of a pain snipers would be in this game? Because the sniper rifle is almost always the most powerful weapon.
It's good. It's a bit of a shithole of a village. Most of the houses are empty except for, like, a bit of handgun ammo or something.
Yeah.
Like, they don't actually live here. Like, there's maybe, like, 2 beds or something.
Some of them don't even have furniture.
No, some of them are empty except for, like... Some of them are super empty, like this. Like this non-place. That unroom.
They just stuff a bunch of their grandparents in there, and they're like, just keep them out of sight. Make sure they don't wander off.
Just throw them in the corpse pile.
Alright. What did I tell you?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
I'm making sure that everything is...
You're playing with your trinkets like a magpie.
No, I'm organizing my attaché case.
Yeah.
Which is arguably the best part of the game.
No, it's arguably the worst part of the game. And certainly the most boring.
It could stand alone.
No, they have that game already. It's called Tetris. You want to play Tetris, play Tetris.
That's not... Well, no, if you put your items in a row, they don't disappear.
But the concept is the same. Roughly. You read this, but not the playing manual.
Well, why would I read the playing manual?
You'll read about the medallions?
Yeah.
Oh, outplayed.
It's actually fine.
Tell us about the medallions.
These medallions, well, they don't go so well for me.
Uh-huh.
In general. I've never done a good show of actually shooting them when I'm.
Do you mean you're gonna make a shameful display while you try and fail to shoot the medallions? Like, say you're shooting at one at a distance that you could move closer to, but choose not to, and you shoot at it about 15 times and miss every single shot?
Well, I mean, let's find out. But first.
Now, this is another thing. This is something I didn't pick up on until probably my third time through the game. I would always just shoot the pendant like an idiot. But then I noticed, oh, there's a stick there. I wonder what happens if I shoot the stick. And finally, I got something that was worth 10 times what you get if you just screw up like an idiot, like I was.
Well, really, it would probably sell for more if there wasn't a big bullet hole in it from Leon shooting it.
Probably. But you never know. Maybe they like that battle-damaged look here. I mean, it's obviously a rustic place.
Maybe. So gunshots aren't exactly quiet. How is that guy up there still minding his business when I've murdered probably half the people here?
He's very dedicated to his job.
Of stabbing a pile of hay.
Well, you shot that one on the first try, so that bodes well. Maybe you're not going to screw this up.
Yeah, I'm on the upswing.
I'm
running it back.
I anticipate a fumble very soon. Alright, good shot.
Just you know,
you were just right on it. Why don't you get closer?
No, next one.
No, it's not going to be the next one.
No, it's...
You're like a gambler. I'm going to win it big next time. Oh,
bam!
Look at that. What was that, like 12 shots?
Well, I mean, who's counting?
I wasn't counting as well as I should have been. The first of our major treasures. Why don't you tell the children about these?
There are things.
Yeah.
And there are things that you can put into the things.
No.
Then you can give them to a man in a coat.
No, you're making this sound like really creepy sex ed.
Why would it? No. I meant items and gems and other such valuable things.
Okay. Yeah. A little bit of specificity never hurt. How many times are you going to miss this one? Just once.
Only once.
And that was a smaller target. Oh. First shot.
Well, to be fair, I mean, look how shaky Leon's aim is. He needs some diazepam.
You know, you could be a Formula 1 driver with how many excuses you make. Okay, that was point blank and you missed it on the first shot. Come on, man.
Listen, Leon's tired. There was a guy with a chainsaw. He's having a big day.
I will allow that his day has not been the best. However, he is an elite government agent. He should have a handle on this.
At least more of one.
Okay, I think you've gotten all the gemstones so far.
So far, I'm up to your standard.
Yeah, for now. I mean, there's always time for you to screw up.
Mm-hmm. That's true for life.
That's not a good motto to have.
I mean, but it's... At least I come by it honest.
You shouldn't. Just do your best, okay? Do your best, okay? We're all proud of you. And we all love you very, 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 very much.
Thank you. It's reassuring in this Spanish wasteland. They never do say it's actually Spain. It's Eastern Europe in it.
I thought it was just a remote part of Europe. Just rural Europe, and it's never specified that, yeah, it's Spain, even though it clearly is Spain. You know, regarding that boulder...
That boulder.
I am willing to allow that they probably possess some sort of superhuman ability from the things that they are under the control of. I'll allow for that. However, I do think that they would require a fulcrum to move something that big. A fulcrum and a lever.
I mean,
really big one.
Chris just, like, punched a boulder that size
that
and moved it.
Is kind of where the game became more ridiculous. You killed a bat.
I sure did. He had it coming.
Ass. He was just sitting there.
So, this is probably one of my favorite things that you can do in the game.
Yeah. And I love, by the way, how you failed to shoot the blue medallions, but you are just nailing these dynamite shots. Watch, I'm betting this guy throws one at you and you shoot it out of the air. Okay, well maybe not.
Listen, nobody's perfect.
Second attempt.
Bam.
Yeah.
The grace area seems to be pretty wide for shooting those out of the air, I've noticed.
They are a bit more generous, which is fine. And of course, you killed some more wildlife, you monster.
Friend to animals, Leon Kennedy.
To what animals, besides the dog?
So there's another guy still alive.
Yeah.
I mean, dynamite doesn't do that. I mean, that's not actually a thing that happens when you shoot dynamite.
I understand that, but why are you suddenly superhuman at shooting shit?
It comes in bursts. Like, there's gonna be a solid 3 chapters where I can't hit... Yeah.
It comes in bursts.
Yeah. There's gonna be a solid 3 chapters where I can't hit a single thing. Like, the lull is coming.
I really hope that's not going to be the case. Because the boys and girls are not going to appreciate that.
I'm just mentally prepare yourself for disappointment.
I'm sure... I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that a number of our viewers are not happy with this type of content. They want more Nyan Neko Sugar Girls commentary.
Well, there are no more episodes of Nyan Neko Sugar Girls.
There is the OVA coming, and we're both very excited for that. You didn't need to show saving, by the way. You could have cut that out.
We'll get to that a year after it comes out. But until then...
At least...
Until then,
there's Resident Evil 4.
Traditional Spanish tripwires.
Yes. Traditional Spanish hostages in closets.
Mm-hmm.
And here's our hero.
Well...
He does help you later on. He helps you a bit.
He is heroic, in a sense.
He does some good stuff. He does some bad stuff, too.
I wish there was more he could do. I wish he was a playable character in Mercenaries.
Yeah, we did talk about this, actually.
I think that I have told you this maybe 50 times.
Probably 55.
But Luis really should have been in Mercenaries.
I don't understand why he wasn't. I mean, his loadout practically wrote itself because you see him using at least one weapon in the game.
Look at that just defend.
Traditional Spanish.
Yeah. Traditional Spanish SNK just defends.
So...
I think that probably good things are going to come next chapter.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope it gets better. It gets better, kids. It does.
Yeah, I think it's going to get better before it gets worse.
This is a thing that you can continue to watch, but you probably won't.
I mean...
But we would like it if you did. We understand that you've got things to do.
We understand that you have a choice in your YouTube viewing schedule. And we thank you for taking the 30 minutes. Give or take.
We may not fit into it, but we'd like if we did.
We'd like if we were shoehorned in.
Yes, forced into places that we shouldn't be, but are anyway.
That's my general comfortable position.
Okay, see you next time.
All right.